The UFC will return to ESPN for their first card since March. This will be a rare event on a Wednesday, May 13th at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena in Jacksonville, Florida. The main event of the card will feature number 3 ranked light heavyweight Anthony Smith taking on number 8 ranked Glover Teixeira. Anthony Smith is coming off a victory over Alexander Gustafsson in June. Glover Teixeira has won 3 in a row. He defeated Roberson, Kutalaba, and Krylov in his last 3 outings. Glover's been fighting for 18 years. He was actually on a 20-fight win streak between 2006 and 2013. That led to the title shot versus Jon Jones, and that led to the end of his winning streak. Jones also defeated Anthony Smith in March of last year in their title fight. Since moving up to light heavyweight, Smith has 4 wins and 1 loss. The co-main event of the card has Ben Rothwell taking on Ovince St. Preux in OSP's debut at heavyweight. Oddsmakers still believe in OSP's skills over Rothwell. They have him listed as the favorites. Rothwell TKO'd Struve in December. OSP beat Olasejic in September with his trademark choke. On the ground, it may be a battle between that choke and Rothwell's go-go choke that he's been able to tap Mitrione and Barnett with. He's the only guy to tap Barnett with a submission in MMA. Alexander Hernandez and Drew Dober competed in a lightweight contest. Hernandez picked up a decision victory over Trinaldo in July. He was a bit more passive compared to his previous fights, where he moved forward constantly. It could have been because he was coming off a TKO loss to Cowboy in January, which was the first stoppage defeat of his career. Drew Dober has been the opposite in his last 2 fights, finishing them in 67 and 70 seconds. He KO'd Nasrat Haqparast in spectacular fashion in January in 1 minute and 10 seconds. This is a big opportunity for Dober to get into the lightweight rankings. Hernandez is currently ranked number 15. Dober has the experience advantage with 32 fights compared to 13 for Hernandez. Ricky Simon and Ray Borg compete at 135. Borg beat Hajiri Bontarine in his last fight, but he missed weight again at 125, so he's moving back up to bantamweight for this one. Ricky Simon has won 8 of his last 10, but he dropped his last 2 to Uriah Faber and Rob Font. And the first fight on the main card will be Marvin Vitria versus Carl Roberson. Both these guys have won their last 2 fights. The prelims have Andre Arlovsky taking on Philippe Lins. Michael Johnson takes on Thiago Moises. This is Johnson's 3rd opponent change in less than a month. He went from taking on Evan Dunham to Kama Worthy and now Thiago Moises. Sarah Morris versus Sijara Eubanks is the sole female fight on the card. Bryan Keller's first fight on his new UFC contract will be versus Hunter Azure. And Ike Villanova makes his UFC debut after 15 years in the sport. He takes on Chase Sherman, who returns to the UFC after winning 3 straight outside of the organization.